After days of the administration suggesting that it simply wasn't possible for the administration to take action to stop that separation of families at the southern border that you're talking about, today the president did take unilateral action to stop it, signing an executive order here at the White House this afternoon that will allow detained families to remain together for the pendency of the period of time when their immigration proceedings are going on. Also encouraging that detained families be moved to the head of the line in terms of those court proceedings. There you see the president signing that executive order alongside the Secretary of Homeland Security and the Vice President today. A number of companies have been drawn into this controversy after reports that their services or products were being used in some of this activity by the federal government. A number of them putting out statements very sharply critical of the White House's policy here. Microsoft said that it's not, in fact, working with the federal government on this and would not work with the federal government on it. United and a number of the other airlines here all putting out statements. United saying that the policy conflicts with their values. American saying that it's not aligned with their values. Frontier saying that they would not knowingly allow the government to use Frontier Airlines to transport children who had been separated from their families. All the airlines don't want to be involved in the process of transporting any children that have been separated from their families. You see the statements there. Delta's statement came out after the news about the president's executive order. They added a statement saying that they did applaud the administration's executive order today. And then that last company on the end of the wall there that you see, MVM, is a defense and intelligence contractor, privately held, but they do work in the transportation of immigrants for the federal government as a defense contractor. They said they're removing job postings relating to this forced separation issue. They don't want to be associated with that either. They said their contract that they had predated this so-called zero tolerance policy, and they haven't had anything to do with it. So, Kelly, a lot of companies here very sensitive about the perception that they were in any way involved in this. Their workforces and, in some cases, their unions pressuring them to put out these public statements and take a public stand here. The White House dealing with that blowback as well as the political blowback.
In the case of a company like Microsoft, Eamon, which presumably could be involved in just providing computing for these agencies, are they going to say we're not going to do that anymore? I mean, you know, what do they say about it? They would say we're not going to deal with ICE. We're not going to be a government. I mean, look at the revolt among Google employees for doing a contract with the federal government a couple months ago.
Sure. Well, Microsoft's statement was critical of the policy. They also said that they'd looked into reports. They don't see their Azure service being used in this federal government effort. But a lot of the companies want to do two things. One is to suggest that they don't approve of this policy, just generally put that statement out there, and then also to suggest that they're taking steps to make sure that the government isn't using their services to carry it out.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.